You're watching ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Hampton Hotels. From Owen Field at Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, it's the Cornhuskers of Nebraska against the 4th-ranked Sooners of Oklahoma. DeMarco Murray, number 7, Joaquin Iglesias, number 9, are deep to receive, hoping they get a chance, but this guy has a great leg. Number 1 in the country a year ago, 42% plus of his kicks were not returned. This one will go almost 4 yards deep. Murray has a seam inside the 40-yard line. A 64-yard return.
Dead ball foul, personal foul. On the offense, number 84, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Sam Bradford will come out. He has been brilliant this year as Oklahoma's sophomore quarterback. He has 29 touchdown passes, only 5 interceptions. Only a sophomore. Murray will get the first carry. And
strength of the Nebraska defense is their front 4. They're down linemen, and they've got to play big tonight.
Bradford, nice play fake. Nobody out there with him. Floats it downfield and has the completion inside the 20-yard line. A perfect strike to Ryan Broyles.
Not an easy pass to make.
Broyles is the speed they were looking for. And around to Johnson. They go into the bag of tricks early. Johnson tackled it. Just puts so much pressure on the defense. Murray cuts it to the outside. Near the goal line. They'll mark it about a foot away.
And sitting behind the block of Walker.
Nebraska tried to run a player on. He got back in time. Murray dives, didn't make it. It'll be interesting to see if Nebraska only had 10 guys.
But Oklahoma starting with the short field right there inside the 2-yard line now.
That'll lose a yard, maybe a yard and a half.
Sue and Steinkühler, they're the 2 big guys on the inside.
Tight formation again. Chris Brown is now the tailback. Brown will get the carry off the right side. Touchdown. Good block by the fullback, Matt Clapp. Nebraska held twice. They couldn't the 3rd time. And there is Clapp out of Phoenix, Arizona. 6'3", 234. But we always talk about the underdog needing to have things go right and go right early. Not yet. Oklahoma's on top 7-0.
Before people even get in their seats at 7-0.
Moreland to kick to Niles Paul. Good kick by Moreland. He's 7 yards deep. And Joe Gans is a senior. In his last 3 games, he is really making a statement. Over 337 yards a game.
And very much in control of this offense.
Marlon Lucky is the eye back, and that one is picked off. It'll go for a touchdown. Dominic Franks, pick 6. He read it all the way. He got a great break on the ball. And holy cow, what a hole they have dug in the first 2.5 minutes.
Well, Brent Venable is the defensive coordinator.
The point after is good. 2 touchdowns in 4 seconds. Yikes.
Guessed right. And now it's 14-0 instead of 7-0 after 2 plays.
Paul is deep again. And this one will go out of bounds. Lucky continues to fight, picks up about 4.
And Joe Gans is the right kind of quarterback for this situation. I really believe that.
Oklahoma shows a 4-man rush. Gans, good play fake on the run, throws complete and then dropped. Drew Young, the tight end, and they're going to rule it a fumble and give the ball to Oklahoma. Keenan Clayton made the hit.
Now, it looked like he got his feet down, but it looked like he may have been bobbling it on the way down. Great hit by Clayton, up high, right at the ball level, chest level. Tuck the football.
Field stands. First down.
It doesn't matter what I think. And all that friendship stuff aside, if Bob Stoops can put another one on here quick, he will.
Complete down to the 46. Oklahoma pulling out all the stops. Iglesias on the end around. And goes down at the 39-yard line.
Holding. Offense, number 84. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First, repeat second down.
He's not able to do everything that he's comfortable doing. Obviously, 3 years at LSU, he had great personnel.
Bradford with all day to throw. Chancey right down the middle. Asante and Hanlon, the safeties, he carved them up. And Bradford was perfect. He got the protection. He got the coverage I think he was looking for. His receiver went right down the middle and threw a perfect pass. 4 minutes and 29 seconds. And it's 21-0. Did we say Oklahoma needed a fast start? I don't think so. Nothing, and we just started. Niles Paul backs up to the 3 and is engulfed at the 16. Massive uphill struggle, and they're not even warmed up yet. Lucky drives his way out to the 19. 2-0 before we kicked off. Gans with time, tipped in the air, intercepted. Holmes looking for a block. To the 10, to the 9. And another touchdown for Oklahoma. That's Jermaine Gresham, the tight end. But we're not talking first half. We're talking 5 minutes and 33 seconds. Holy cow. And as good as they are, they don't need him. Nebraska was the team that needed the breaks. Kick will go 5 yards deep. Niles Paul will bring it up. Has a seam, good return up to the 29. Quentin Castile, the new I-back, he'll get the ball and lose about 2. He made them sound very evil. Gans throws underneath. This ball was tipped up in the air, almost picked again. Gans looking at 3rd and long. Pressure coming. Stands in the pocket and throws, and too high, incomplete.
Well, Clark, the quarterback at Penn State right now, is a graduate of Youngstown Ursuline.
That's where our buddy Paul McGuire went. Ryan Broyles, the deep man on the punt return, getting himself in an awful lot of trouble. And can't turn the corner. If you just joined us, it's already 28-0 in Oklahoma, and literally we just started. Keep it on the ground with Chris Brown.
Every game so far this season, and the only time they have been stopped, it's really been by their own doing. And they've taken care of the football. And again, all he wants to see his team do is play hard and take a step forward, and they have not taken any steps forward tonight so far.
Fake the end around. Bradford somehow got it in there, but it was dropped. That was a nice throw. Swift, who was averaged better than 17 yards a return. There's a bobble on the snap. Somehow, Null got it out of there.
Look at this.
How about that? A 50-yard kick. Trying to get anything going on the ground. That'll pick up about 3. Reese Davis. Nebraska at its 23. Lucky is the I-back. They just know where to go.
Play fundamentally sound and don't give up big plays.
Nebraska has gained 17 yards. Oklahoma has 28 points. There's a completion for a first down out across the 35.
And, of course, we haven't even talked about the loss of Ryan Reynolds, their middle linebacker, who was injured in the Texas game. They're still feeling the effects of that loss.
And he was so important because not only was he
And now their 3 starting linebackers, they are all in their first year of playing. Very talented, but very young.
Gans on a little shovel pass, but Oklahoma ready for it. Another 3rd and long for Gans. Pressure coming. Picked it up pretty well. Pass thrown incomplete, nearly intercepted. Titchener to kick to Broyles. Broyles going to let it go, and that one's going to die inside the 5.
Yeah, Bob Stoops told us the other day that was his favorite memory that he has of this rivalry and maybe even of his time here at Oklahoma. And just a great proving game for Bob Stoops and the Oklahoma Sooner.
Trying to wedge out a first down, and they do up to the 14-yard line.
Of course, a lot of guys that have coached on Bob Stoops' staff have gone on to become head coaches and have great success on their own.
Murray outside. It's really remarkable.
The kind of personnel that he wants and needs to do the things that he wants to do scheme-wise. And that takes time.
Bradford, a little bubble screen. It's only going to get a couple.
At Nebraska, or where he was in Nebraska in 03, a lot of credibility with even some of the guys, the 5th-year guys on this team this year when he came back. He threw 3 touchdowns. They scored 55 points in the first half. They didn't have to throw in the second half. And he's special.
The standards have become a little ridiculous.
Here before Kevin Wilson.
Quarterback draw. All the room in the world to run. Slides in safely at the 42.
He can really throw the football.
Only get a couple on this carry to Murray. It's a sellout crowd, and they're just sitting on their hands. They're already up 28-0. Another perfect strike. Quentin Chaney makes the catch.
And to get the Kansas game, and Chaney stepped in and has played beautifully since then. So now they've got even more depth, and now they've got maybe another touchdown.
To the goal line.
Makes them the best, most potent offense in college football.
Balance is incredible. Little swing pass. Chris Brown. That was too easy.
You're ready,
and
fellas.
You're right.
Time to go again.
Whoa. Nothing. 35-zip. I think this thing is a marathon by the time they're done today. The Schooner takes the field again.
And he's not going to allow that. I mean, they've got 3 quarters of football, and I know he doesn't care what the scoreboard says anymore. He just wants to see his team show some heart.
Boy, it's just not anything going to go well for this team. Unbelievable. Coming up, Taste of the Town storms into Norman. Todd gets barbecue for all age groups in 90 seconds. Find out what's going on. Gans play action fake. Hit as he throws. That's going to be complete, but for a loss of about 2 yards.
Didn't run out when I was there yesterday, though.
Sorry, correction on that last play. It's 2nd and 2, and very close to a first down. Gans steps up, throws on the run. What a good throw and nearly a catch.
I'll tell you what, that Texas Tech team's for real. I watched them on tape against Nebraska, and their offense is they're pretty special as well.
Well, we'll get into this, especially the South. Just it's really unfair that the 4 teams in the South this year are in there together. This one is to Swift. Swift down the sideline inside the 5. Nate Swift.
Big plays have really hurt the Oklahoma defense.
With a pretty throw too. Castile dives to the 1.
And that's why he's had such a big year this year.
Castile, nothing. Well, you've got to assume they're going to have 2 shots at it, down 28-0. Castile again, touchdown.
Nice play.
Sue, the big defensive lineman, the 300-pounder, was the up back to add additional blocking.
Nice block by Drew Young, number 49, lay down. I mean, you want to see him fight and not watch the scoreboard, but fight one play at a time and have something to build on. And this drive was something that Bo Pelini and the Cornhusker staff can build on.
Murray and Iglesias are deep for the Nebraska kick. Iglesias from the 1. Has a seam. Across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Return as well.
During the return, personal foul, face mask, kicking team, number 82, 15-yard penalty, first down.
It's a much more difficult for them to recruit now than it used to be when really they were only competing with Oklahoma in terms of recruits in Texas.
And you just go through those guys till you found a few that could play, and it really worked for them. Bradford with a pump fake and then wants to go deep. Just past the outstretched hands of Quentin Chaney.
And recruiting is really where it all starts.
Blitz coming. Perfect call against its screen. There was a hold, no flag down.
Coming out in front of the play, Brian Simmons. Usually you don't get away with that in front of the other team's bench.
Well, especially when the jersey, you don't have to miss something like that. Quickly right back to action, and they're really mixing up the tempo.
But not everybody plays as fast a tempo as Oklahoma.
Bradford standing in the pocket forever. Excellent coverage that time.
Really high tempo, yelling, hey guys, let's go out and put some numbers up tonight. Very unlike him.
Boy, they put him up too.
Yeah, they must have listened.
And they're really going away from
guess where they're going to throw the football, because he's spreading it all over the place.
Now they've
couple All-American candidates up there. The left guard, Duke Robinson, an All-American.
Quarterback draw. Not this time. Didn't have a chance.
Right here.
Well, when it's that easy, why not? DeMarco Murray just walks into the end zone.
Nebraska guessing inside run. They stun it to the inside. And Murray very smartly bounced it outside.
And right now, Nebraska being steamrolled. 42-7. Number 4, Oklahoma, rolling at home. We have 8:06 to go in the half. Niles Paul from the 3. And got it out to the 20. Let's check in with Reese Davis. As the I-back. Fake it to him. Gans wants to throw under pressure. Dumps it to Hellu. And he'll get about 4
for Oklahoma.
Gans wants a screen. Got it out to Hellu. Hurdles a man out to the 40-yard line.
He started out the game not taking care of the football and got themselves in a huge hole.
Empty backfield for Gans. Short set, throws underneath, will pick up maybe about 5 yards.
Made a dramatic departure from that.
Hellu on the outside, nice cutback. This kid is obviously very athletic.
And took a bad angle to the football.
Gans.
See, that's what I like about Gans, is his ability to extend the play.
And they have advanced to the Oklahoma 21-yard line. Gans running again. And hangs on. This time will pick up about 8. 75% completions. But this game was a disaster for him at the very beginning. Now they're trying to come back from it. Roy Hellu Jr. busts through and gets the touchdown.
A nice read this time. The Oklahoma defense was really overloaded to the opposite side.
3 minutes and 42 seconds, 7 plays. And Nebraska has 14 points in the first half, but still trail big time, 42-14. This team is headed in the right direction. Barry Switzer got to put up a lot of those wins. Murray seems straight up the middle. DeMarco Murray. Oklahoma sets up offense at the 43-yard line. Bradford to Iglesias. Little bubble screen. Got a blocking out of bounds at the 38.
Instant on that staff. Went on to a great career as the head coach, now the athletic director.
Oklahoma on the ground with Chris Brown inside the 15 to the 10 to the 7. Gain of 29. As Brown will get a breather, 76 first half yards on the ground for Brown and the touchdown. Murray cuts it back inside, touchdown. Well, this is what Nebraska saw last year from too many teams. People running up huge numbers against them. Extra point. They will have scored 104 points in the last 2 weeks in the first half. So you either get started early or forget it. Tonight, forget it. Niles Paul is deep. From the 1. Shakes off a tackle, gets out of bounds at the 20. Nebraska trying to get something going. Blitz coming. Gans, flanker screen. Swift. Check it, Todd Peterson instead of Swift. Let's see if Texas loses to Texas Tech. It is going to be fascinating what is going to happen in the poll. Gans trying to get outside, tackled inbounds.
But certainly Texas Tech and Oklahoma making a pretty big statement here tonight.
Roy Hello Jr. up to the 47.
That first half, so really hurting him here right at the end of the half.
One of the things that made ballpoint even matter. Clock stopped, 40 seconds to go. Pressure coming, Gans in trouble, somehow got out of it. Throws on a run, they'd have been better off actually if that one was incomplete. It was pressure coming on Gans, throws underneath, incomplete.
In Ohio, I can remember enjoying watching Oklahoma and Nebraska play.
Dominic Franks was back, and then he sneaks up.
Yep.
And they'll down it and finish the first half. Oklahoma overwhelming Nebraska here in Norman. The halftime score. Oklahoma 49, Nebraska 14. Let's go to Reese Davis and the Pontiac Performance halftime report. Yeah, it got ugly early. Nebraska gets the ball first to start the second half. Niles Paul from the 2. Trying to turn the corner, almost did.
They've got some good offensive football teams that they've got to play yet in Texas Tech and Oklahoma State. So defensively is where they really need to step up.
Roy Hello Jr., who made a statement in the first half, making another one. That'll make the Nebraska coaching staff feel a little bit better. Gans under pressure, throws on the run, incomplete, intended for Swift.
But bottom line, we have to play like it's 0-0.
And Holly, that was very interesting because exactly that's what Todd speculated earlier.
And not let down on your intensity.
Peterson, the man in motion. Pressure coming. Gans gets rid of it, and Peterson hangs on. 20, 10, 5.
Or they would have been able to get in academically.
That's right. Roy Hello Jr. trying to get to the outside. Nothing there, and he's driven out of bounds. The concept of playing defense. He certainly has the athletic ability. Gans. That play looked doomed from the beginning.
He also leads the team with 3 interceptions. So he has done it all.
Gans trying to roll away from trouble. Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown. Swift was opened by a couple of steps, and Gans with the perfect strike, and Nebraska gets its 3rd touchdown. Have been at practice, and they are impressed with what he does, even though he doesn't have very much experience, and the NFL really needs quarterbacks. Production meeting. Most people have the feeling that won the game. That started the game.
That was the first points of the game. That's right.
Iglesias. And it's a 34. Holly.
Fans here tonight gave you a standing ovation when you were introduced. How do you feel about the respect between this rivalry?
Well, we've always had a great relationship between the people in Nebraska and Oklahoma. I think it's a great tradition and probably a rivalry in the very best sense of the word.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Huck.
Did a show in the ESPN studio a couple years ago after the season, and it was it was a show where he was getting fired up about some of his Oklahoma teams.
Well, he was always fired up.
Yeah.
This one's complete to Gresham. Flags it down. That'll be a late hit.
Ball foul, personal foul, late hit on the defense, number 3. Half the distance to the goal, 1st down.
Chris Brown, the tailback. A lot of room to run on the right side. And Brown taken down just outside the 10. Oklahoma against Nebraska. Bradford wide open. Touchdown, Gresham. Well, when they have scored, they have made it look so easy. You could never go back, but it would have been interesting to see what would have happened in this ball game had the fates not dictated what this game was going to be. The early mistakes by Nebraska that just doomed them in a shootout with Oklahoma.
Those early mistakes for Nebraska, I thought the only chance they had was to win a shootout. They can score and they can move the football, but they can't spot a team like Oklahoma the way they did.
No. Niles Paul stays on his feet until about the 28-yard line.
Was a great quarterback here at Oklahoma.
Gans with a fake. He'll throw underneath to Peterson. He's up to about the 36.
There's K.O. Gundy. Heupel, one of 3 who threw for over 4,000 yards in his career. But his footwork and his balance is exceptional.
Little bubble screen. Peterson across the 50. Gans is trying to add to Nebraska's total in the Oklahoma 45. Good protection. Pass tipped. Roy Hello Jr. got a hand on it.
And playing sound fundamental defense just to keep getting better, taking steps forward as a football team.
Little misdirection play that didn't fool anybody. Not wearing, I mean, this unit is only 54th in the country in total defense. Gans throws, little jump pass, and he got it over the head of Roy Hello.
Was anything more?
Thank you, Holly. Good job. There's so many towns in Texas with great names. He's from Canadian, Texas.
Well, isn't he the guy, Holly, also that's got the...
So many times, and they need one of those signature wins to really stamp that program where they want to be, and nearly a breakout run.
Holding, offense number 79, half the distance to the goal.
This will come back.
Down.
And Sam Bradford, I think, has put up an outstanding performance here tonight. But he's got his hands full tonight over in Lubbock. And, you know, if they don't win that game and Graham Harrell's team wins, that thing could really change. They've infused some new speed into their backfield. They're doing some different things offensively, but he's managing the game very well.
Bradford complete over the middle. Quentin Chaney, I-41 to go third quarter. A new set of downs for Oklahoma, and the clock is a huge ally for them. And Chris Brown, there's a penalty for an illegal substitution against Oklahoma that'll back them up. We have gotten to that point in the season.
You know, with the kind of lead that they have, I don't know how much longer Bob Stoops will keep Sam Bradford and the starters in. Here's the guy that was hurt a minute ago. He looks okay right now.
Chaney's not limping anymore. 48 yards.
And this guy does it extremely well.
Cheney having a huge night. 5 catches, 128 yards. He only had 14 grabs coming in. We've hit the 4-minute mark. Bradford again throws this one away.
Holding, offense number 72, 10-yard penalty, repeat second down.
That's on Duke Robinson.
Haven't lost a conference game here at home since they lost to Oklahoma State back in 2001. They lost that game 16-13. Every other game in the Big 12 conference here at home they've won.
Nobody again within 5 yards, and it's just pitch and catch to Iglesias. If you can't if number 1 goes down tonight, and it will certainly make the Big 12 South incredibly interesting. 2nd and 9. Oklahoma has already scored more points than it had ever scored against Nebraska.
Choreographing the signals.
Holly, that's a great observation. Bradford for the end zone. Iglesias had it tipped away, and it's intercepted by Thanars. Tipped by Armando Murillo and stopped Nebraska. Although they can hardly be threatened at this point, there's a fumble.
Bad exchange between Gans and Quentin Castile.
And Oklahoma's got it. The 4th turnover. And Bradford will go right back to work.
And that makes Nebraska now -9 on the season in turnover margin. I mean, that's it's hard to be successful. And some of those signals that come in tell them what the snap count is and how fast we're going to play.
Bradford for the end zone and should have been caught.
Yeah.
Off the fingertips of Murray. Trying to use his speed. There's going to be a hold on this play as Murray got to the corner, defensive end, and tried to secure the corner.
Offense number 18, 10-yard penalty, repeat 3rd down.
Slow down when you get outside of the red there.
Feed mayonnaise to tuna and slow down. Underneath, Murray, nobody home.
He came out of the backfield and absolutely nobody accounted for him. That's not supposed to happen.
Touchdown passes. He had 5 against Cincinnati. And the extra point is no good. Niles Paul is deep to receive. Moreland's going to have leg fatigue just from kicking off. Paul runs into his own man, or this would have been a bigger return. Got up to the 29. Talking earlier, Texas Tech in the last few years has had this high-powered offense, and they have come very, very close.
Yeah.
Well, earlier they were projected to get 200 and something. Fortunately, they're going to be held under that.
But that one on the left was not pulling his whole weight the last time around. He was letting the other one do most of the work.
Gans goes down at the 20. You never get used to cannons. Broyles. Feet go out from under him.
One of those teams already moving down and out of there is Georgia after getting dismantled today by Florida.
Joey Halsley, by the way, the new quarterback in the backfield with him. Clapp and Moses Madu.
Dead ball foul. Offside. Defense number 98. 5-yard penalty.
Iowa is not going to be an easy game for Penn State either. Iowa has always played Penn State well. The other thing that's going to hurt Penn State
is in there for the Sooners, facing a 3rd and 2 on his side to the 50. And that'll be enough for a first down from Moses.
3 spots.
Block on the offense. Number 4 came back towards the ball, made a block below the waist. 15-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Blitz coming on Halsley. They throw the screen. Madu will be taken down around the 40.
that hit an Oklahoma player.
I think it did too. It will be covered by Nebraska in the end zone, or it would be an illegal
First
touch.
touching by the kicking team.
Yep. Doink right there. Brandon Caleb.
That sound will get your attention when you're not looking. Boy. Hello again. We'll get about 3 on this leaving. Gans with good protection this time. Pump fake, trying to keep alive. Flag is down. He completes the pass to Swift.
To the championship game.
Holding. Offense, number 65. 10-yard penalty from line of scrimmage. Repeat third.
Part of that scenario would be if you didn't get into the championship game and the other team did, and they lost in the championship game, and you were close enough, you would have a chance to skip over them.
Right.
And eligible this year. That is the longest streak in the nation, and their loss today put them out of contention for that. Don't give me that funny look. Madu across the 40. Madu can't get outside.
Moore, a freshman.
Foul, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the defense. Number 90, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Those words of advice will come back after tonight's game.
Boy, that's a good observation, too. Madu out in the flat really didn't have a chance.
Whatever happened, we are going to fight every play that we can.
Point officials. Officials just stand there and get an earful. Halsley wants to throw out in the flat, incomplete. I think you're more interested in Nebraska and Oklahoma. And Jason Campbell, who looked so bad at the end of the preseason and the start of the regular season, has been spectacular since that first game loss to the Giants. If we take away his first receiver, we've got it.
Yeah.
And that was true during the preseason in that first game. But since then, he has been able to find his second and third receiver.
I really think defensively, even though they gave up 21 points to Nebraska, you know, they gave up 28 in the first half last week to Kansas State. And, you know, they'd be a big-time player.
Dan Titchener will kick it out. On behalf of National Football Day by calling 1-800-4-JIMMY-V or online at jimmyv.com. The more you can do, the more valuable you are. That's right.
Yep, she is.
And she was wearing that blue wig last night.
Be a similar finish this year.
It was the most unbelievable November. Just so many tremendous quarterbacks, and you can run some any kind of offense.
Even the next level guys, the Joe Ganses and the Josh Freemans at Kansas State. Last week, Josh Freeman threw for a career-high 479 against Oklahoma.
And here goes Roy Hellu Jr. with another good run. This kid, that's a pretty decent night's work. He'll get the carry again. You would have thought they'd have gone somewhere else after it just ran for 54 yards. You get the idea this year. If you get through the Big 12 with one loss, you're probably the best team in the country. And there's the quarterback, Patrick Witt, after the fake, and he's got the touchdown.
Yep. Everybody went for the tailback. And there are giant grasshoppers flying into our booth,
the size of Cessnas. Iglesias.
He's just got to get more players.
And passed him over the first time. He was the defensive coordinator. Just about everybody there thought it was a terrible mistake.
Yeah.
They shut out older players. They made a whole bunch of changes, all of which blew up in their face, basically. But he'll get it done. Bo Pelini is going to be a tremendous head coach for this ball club.
And he told us, he said, what we want to do is we want to get our program to where Oklahoma's is right now.